How to double your training growth while you're on a bulk. If you're a skinny guy bulking, if you were just on a bulk trying to build muscle, gain weight, I'm gonna show you exactly how you can double the gains that you were just leaving on the table by not doing these simple tricks and tips. And I'm gonna show you everything that I did to go from the super scrawny kid, from being like 115 pounds soaking wet, I was absolutely tiny, to now actually having a pretty decent amount of muscle on me. I just got done with hitting a push day, but I'm about 185 pounds lean, and I'm not exactly huge, but I'm working on it. I know what to do, and I'm working to bulk up to 200 pounds to gain more muscle, and this is exactly what I'm doing and how you can double your growth in the gym and training in general. So the first thing is training till failure. And I know you heard this time and time again, oh bro, that's so dumb, but I have a little bit of a twist on it. Of course, you should be training till failure. Everybody knows that. Every single set, you have a goal rep. You have a goal target rep range that you want to hit. Maybe it's 6 to 8. You go heavier weight, or maybe it's 10 to 12. You go a little bit lighter, but that is simply just the goal weight. That's all it is. But you're going to be pushing to failure regardless of what goal you have set on the reps. So if your goal rep range was 6 to 8, but you hit 10 reps till failure, then that's what it takes to go to a failure. That is literally just a target goal. That's simply all reps are. You should be hitting failure, but the little twist on it that I have, I do something called intervallic hypertrophy. And this is simply where whenever you go to failure, whenever you hit that failure point and you feel like, oh, I can't hit any more reps, you hit partials. You do anything you can do. You do any type of movement, any slight movement, any partials that you can do to break down the muscle even more. Because if you don't know, working out is simply to break down your muscles, and they rebuild and grow, and that's exactly how you build muscle. So the more you do partials, the more you do controlled negatives, and you have someone there to help you with an extra 3 to 5 reps whenever you can't do any more, that's where you're gonna see the most growth. Whenever you're pushing yourself past failure, not only to failure, but past failure. And that's whenever I've seen the most growth in terms of like building muscle, in terms of actually packing on size and actually building lean muscle on the bulks that I've been on. So intervallic hypertrophy is either doing controlled negatives or doing partials at the end of every single set past failure, and it's going to push your body to complete failure, push yourself past this, and put it in a state of complete stimulation, so you're growing and you're building better than you would if you were at the gym, pushing until it burns, or doing 12 reps even if you're not even getting close to failure. So that's the first thing, is that intervallic hypertrophy. And the second thing, if you're on a bulk, this is pretty controversial, but don't do cardio, bro. I mean, you can do cardio if you want, but the main thing is make sure to track your cardio if you were doing it. One time I was playing basketball and I was playing football and I was running around and I was being so active on the bulk, but I was hitting my surplus every single day. And I was just wondering, bro, I'm not gaining weight. I'm not gaining muscle. What is wrong with me? And then I realized, bro, I'm burning 1,000 calories every single day. So it's not even putting me in a surplus. That surplus that I had, I wasn't gaining simply because I wasn't tracking my cardio. I was burning fat by simply being so active, and this made me not be in a surplus. I was almost in a deficit. If not, I was only maintaining. So the most important thing is track your cardio if you do it, or like me, simply don't do cardio at all. Because if you're on a bulk, you're going to want to optimize how fast you gain. You don't want to be on a bulk for 3 years, bro. Being on a bulk is sometimes exhausting. You don't always want to eat all this food. So hitting cardio is only going to set you back if you don't track it. I just don't do cardio because it takes away all the extra unnecessary stuff, like having to track my cardio, having to minus from my surplus to add more and gain a little bit more by eating this much more food. Like, bro, it just makes it 10 times easier. It makes the bulking equation just a lot easier if you just don't hit cardio. And whenever I do, like I said, I track it. Whenever I want to play basketball, it doesn't limit you to not doing these things. It's just simply don't go out of your way and set the intention to hop on the treadmill and do cardio because you want to be healthy. But that's simply going to make the bulk last a lot longer than it needs to be, bro. And then this last one that I preach so hard is something called top muscle priority. And if you don't know what this is, it's putting your weakest body points, your weakest muscle groups first in the gym and hitting those things first. So you can put all your focus and all your time and all your energy into these weak points. Because let me ask you something, bro. Why would you go in the gym and say you have small biceps? On a pull day where you hit back and buys, why would you go to the gym and hit back first and then hit your biceps, your weak point, when you're already fatigued and you're a little tired from hitting back? That makes no sense, bro. You need to go in the gym when you're completely fresh and hit your biceps first, or hit your triceps first on a push day, or hit your hamstrings first when you're on a leg day. Just target these weak muscle groups by putting them first in your workout, making the workout order simply by putting the muscle groups that you're lacking on first before anything else. So you're not exhausted, you're not tired when you're hitting them. And this is how you grow these weak points that you're lacking. Like for me, it's my limbs, bro. It's just my arms and my legs, and that's something I've always lacked on. So for my legs, I hit my quads first. For my pull day, I hit my biceps first. For my push day, I make sure that my triceps are first because I just have small arms. So I simply just tweak my split a little bit to where my weak muscle groups are going first. And no, that's not gonna mess up how your workout goes. That's not gonna mess up, just because I switched the order, I'm not gonna get as much out of it. In fact, you're gonna get more out of it if you put these weak points first, because they're your weak points, bro. You wanna put them first and put all your time and focus in it. And I would say this top muscle priority isn't super necessary when you're on a cut because you're losing body fat and you're not really building. But when you're on a bulk especially, you need to be doing top muscle priority because this is when you are growing, this is when you are building, and when you have the opportunity to make that muscle group that you're lacking on grow more than the other ones. Because let's say you have tiny biceps, it would make no sense to go about it how you usually do and hit everything else in your regular order, and your biceps just always be smaller than everything else because you don't prioritize them. So this is how you're going to get them bigger, how you're going to focus on it by doing this top muscle priority. So that's it, bro. It's as simple as that. These 3 things are going to help double your growth in the gym while you're training and actually help you see this growth that you've been needing, that you've been missing out on. I appreciate you watching. If you like the video, subscribe. If not, subscribe anyways because it's free. Comment your biggest takeaway. And I post a lot more videos like this helping skinny guys bulk because I know how it feels, bro. I was exactly in your shoes. I went from this scrawny, skinny, insecure kid my whole life to now building a pretty decent physique in my opinion. So if you need help, click on my page, watch all my content. I post on every other platform. If you need help with anything, message me, connect with me on Instagram. And in that first link in the description, if you want more in-depth help with this one-on-one, I do coaching, so you can click that link, book a call with me. And I can see if you're a good fit for the program. I can put you on my program, my schedule, and everything that I've done and that I can help you do to build muscle and get in the best shape of your life by bulking, bro, and just adding and packing on some muscle to your frame, bro. So that's the video, boys. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.